In verse number 3 of Surah Mulk of the great book, the Holy Quran, it has been said,
الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور.
the most merciful, who created 7 heavens in layers. You cannot see any inconsistency in the creation of the most merciful. Then return your vision again. Do you see any flaw? In this way, in many places of book revealed 1400 years ago, Almighty Allah has mentioned the creation of 7 heavens in layers. Now the question is, what exactly is meant by these 7 heavens mentioned in the Holy Quran? What are their names and what is their structure like? Where and how do these heavens exist? What is their extent? Is the infinity expanse that we observe around us, or the distance up to which scientists are able to look into the upper sky with the help of powerful telescope, the boundary of the 7 heavens? Or has Almighty Allah arranged 6 more heavens beyond the limit of our sight? Has modern science found any explanation or proof of these 7 heavens? Viewers, in today's video, we will try to find answer to this question. Stay with us. In Arabic, the sky is called sama. This is singular. In this plural, it is samawat, which means heavens. In all the places the Quran where 7 heavens or 7 layers have been mentioned, this word samawat has been used. From this, it is understood that literally many heavens are being referred to. For example, in verse number 15 of Surah Nuh, it has been started,
ألم تروا كيف خلق الله سبع سماوات طباقا.
Do you not see how Allah has created 7 heavens in layers? This was about the literal meaning. Although Muslims accept this information of the Quran as the word of Allah, among disbelievers there is endless debate about whether 7 heavens or 7 layers of the sky actually exist, because the thing they depend upon, namely scientific research and evidence, has still not been able to give a correct answer. For this reason, atheists say that this is merely an imaginary concept. Again, some people claim that by this the layers of the earth atmosphere haven't been meant. However, there are several indications in the Holy Quran regarding this matter, from which it can be understood that 7 heavens actually exist. For example, in verse number 12 of Surah Fussilat,
فقضاهن سبع سماوات في يومين وأوحى في كل السماء أمرها وزينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وحفظا ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم.
then he completed them as 7 heavens in 2 days, and revealed to each heaven its command. And we adorned the nearest heaven with lamps and protected it. This is the determination of the Almighty, the all-knowing Allah. Viewers, notice that verse mentioned as Sama ad-Dunya, whose literal meaning is the sky of the world. That is, the sky that we see from the earth. For this reason, all commentators have interpreted it as the nearest heaven. Then, from this verse, it becomes clear that the expanse of sky within our vision, where millions and millions of planets, satellites, stars, constellations and galaxies are spread, is the lowest heaven or the first heaven. Therefore, this is not the atmosphere, rather, it is outer space. Almighty Allah says, "And indeed we have created above you 7 layers, and we are never heedless of our creation." From the narration of Al-Mustadrak, it is known that the distance from the earth to the first heavens is a journey of 500 years. Likewise, every heaven is situated at a distance of 500 years from one another. But the Hadith does not mention how or by what means these 500 years would be travelled, and there is also no detailed narration regarding whether these 500 years are according to light year or according to some other measure. Perhaps we do not have the capacity to understand information beyond this. If we had, the Allah would have informed us in detail, though His prophet. The objection of atheists is that if the universe contains trillions of galaxies and billions of stars, then can the idea of 7 layers be reasonable? Hearing their sword, it seems as if they know all the limits and boundaries of space, yet until now, the portion of the universe that humanity has been able to understand is only an extremely teeny part of the entire universe. Not only this, modern science also agrees with the information given by the Quran. The universe is continuously expanding and none of us has any defined idea about its extent. Then how can we say that 7 layers of heaven do not exist? Viewer, let me give an example. Suppose there are 7 drawers in a cabinet. Each drawer contains 20 pens. If you say there are 140 pens here, therefore there cannot be 7 drawers, would that be a reasonable statement? In exactly the same way, even if there are many galaxies and stars in space, that does not conflict with the Quranic concept of layer, because a layer means a structural division. It does not depend on the number of objects. Based on the structural division, Turkish space scientist Dr. Haluk Nur divided space into 7 layers according to modern observation. The first layer, the solar system. The second layer, the magnetic belt of the Milky Way galaxy. The third layer, the local group of galaxies. The fourth layer, the cosmic center belt. The fifth layer, extremely distant gamma ray or light wave sources. The sixth layer, the expanding field of the universe. The seventh layer, the limitless infinity of the universe. Now, a question may arise. Are these layers the same as the 7 heavens mentioned in the Quran? The answer is no. We cannot say that with certainty because although this is a type of scientific research, it has not yet been proven. Rather, a Muslim scientist has tried to present the idea of 7 layers. Likewise, some Muslim philosophers have also presented opinions of this matter. For example, the famous Muslim scholar Imam Ghazali, may Allah have mercy on him, in his book Mukassafat al-Kulab, named the 7 heavens as follows. The first heaven is called Rukia. It is whiter than milk. The second heaven is called Faidun or Ma'un. It is made of iron. Rays of light emanate from it. The third heaven is called Malakut or Harian. It is made of copper. The fourth heaven is called Jahira. It is made of white silver that creates darkness before the eyes. The fifth heaven is called Muzayana or Musara. It is made of reddish gold. The sixth heaven is called Khalisha. It is made of luminous pearls. The seventh heaven is called Labia or Damia. It is made of red ruby. And Bayat al-Ma'mur is situated there. Although until today no scientist in the history of the world has been able to provide any defined information about the layer of heavens in the light of the Quranic description and reasoning. It is clear that dividing space into 7 layers is scientifically possible and logical. because the Quran has given many pieces of information that humanity came to understand much later, such as the stages of embryonic development, the expansion of the universe, and mountains providing stability to the earth. As much as we know about space today, there is far more that we do not know. NASA scientists themselves have said that beyond the observable universe, the cosmos is surrounded by unknowns mysterious. Then, how can you say with certainty that the seven heavens do not exist? For this reason, regarding space, Almighty Allah has clearly said in the Holy Quran, return your vision again and again toward the sky. Your sight will return to you humbled and weary.